Hey, welcome to Lights and Buttons. As of this week, Sony has released the version 1.0 of their Imaging Edge Webcam software, and this thing allows you to take a compatible Sony camera and use it as a webcam for a PC over USB. Now, a lot of people have been asking for something like this for a good number of years, and some people have even gone through the trouble of buying an HDMI capture device to record the HDMI out from a camera into the computer. And if you're doing live streaming, you might need something like this, but in my opinion, if you're using this for a regular simple video conferencing call, you don't need like a mirrorless camera. You can buy the $100 off-the-shelf webcam that is a plug-and-play USB device where you don't have to worry about the battery, the lens, or the camera settings. Whereas if you want to have something that's more specialized, I guess you can go down this route. So to download this, just hit the download button, and this will take you to a page that will have some compatibility information. So as of now, only Windows 10 is supported, as you can see over here. And if you scroll down a little bit further, this shows you the list of cameras that are compatible. And in my case, I have the Sony a7 III, so I'm going to check this over here, the ILCE 7M3. This will light up the download button, and you can get the installation software from here. So once you start off the installation software, you're greeted with a welcome screen. I'm going to hit next. I'm going to read to the license and click next. And then I'm going to begin the installation. I guess there's no option to select the installation path. So I'll just hit install. So do I want to install this? Yep. And that was pretty quick. I'm going to hit finish. On my screen right now I have OBS, which is the Open Broadcaster software. I'm going to add the a7 III over here. I'll click the plus button, video capture device. I'll name it Sony a7 III. I'll hit OK. And then this, you can select which source, and there it is. That's pretty quick. I'll click OK. And then it looks like I'm not quite in focus. The lens is set to manual. So if I twist this, so I have this connected to the PC, and then previously the focus was set to manual. So I'm going to flip this switch back to manual focus. And if you look at the screen over there, and I'll back the camera up a little bit, when I twist the focusing ring and it zooms in to help assist with the focusing, you'll see that the camera or the footage will be gone. So as soon as I tap half tap the shutter release button, it comes back. Now the lag isn't too bad. There is a little bit of a lag, so if I wave my hand, you can see that it's not really in real time. I just want to note a couple of other things. Sony does instruct you to use the full auto mode when you first connect the USB, so I did that. So far it looks like it's being charged slowly by the USB-C connection as well. The webcam software will also set the aspect ratio to 16:9. So if you normally shoot with 3:2 like me, you'll have to change it back after you disconnect the camera. And in case you're wondering, I did set my camera to 5.1 megapixels since I was doing some time lapses. Alright, let's expand this to full screen. Now, one thing I did realize when I was doing my first test was that I made a mistake. In the autofocus settings, I have the camera set to half press shutter to trigger the autofocus in the lens, and I thought, well, if I put the camera into AFC mode, this should be continuously autofocusing as I'm talking, and I won't need to half press the shutter for that. Well, I was wrong. What I had to do was to go into the AF3 menu, head over to the pre-AF setting, enable it, and that allows you to have the camera continuously to autofocus the lens without you needing to touch the camera at all. So this is very useful because if you're shifting positions back and forth, this can continuously focus on your face without you having to reach over and to half press the shutter button. Now, a couple of things I noticed with the still photo modes. It's pretty smooth, so if I'm waving my hand, there is a little bit of a lag, so the audio may be out of sync just for a split second, but it's pretty smooth if I'm waving my hands back and forth. I want you to take note of that before I switch over to the movie mode. Another thing I want you to notice is that the focusing method seems to be more of a contrast-based focusing versus phase detect, because I noticed that there's some hunting that's going on where the camera will become misfocused a little bit and then focused again. So you get unfocused, focused, unfocused, focused, and it becomes distracting. And if I switch to movie mode, and I'm going to do it right now. So with movie mode, this will automatically continuously autofocus without the pre-AF feature being utilized, and I think it's a smoother way to do it, but the overall image is a little bit choppier. So if I'm moving my hands around a lot, it might not be as smooth, at least from what I see in the preview window. It's not really as smooth as the still photo mode, so I see a little bit of a trade-off there. And since I'm in the movie mode right now, I'm going to test the autofocus by going close to the camera, moving back further, and then let's see how it tracks my face. And once again, we're back in the still photo mode under manual. Let's see how the autofocus performs. And just as another test, I did fire up WebEx and there's no problems finding the Sony camera there. And there you have it. We have a very fancy webcam setup that's not easy to use and very expensive. Anyway, that concludes today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe as always, and I'll see you next time.